host, Jim Dandy, and today it is upper body with the resistance bands. Let's get started. Alright, just like any routine, we're always going to begin with a little warm-up. I'm just sliding back and forth. I'm going to roll those shoulders, rolling them forward, get a nice rotation. We're going to bring those out, widen that, almost like you're doing a forward stroke. Now we're going to take them all the way around. Nice, big, full rotation. Nice straight arms all the way around. Now we change direction. Roll those shoulders back. And widen that. We're doing the back stroke now. We want to get those shoulders nice and loose. We're going to be using them a lot today. And full extension. Yes. Really feel those joints open up. Alright, now we're gonna kind of step to the side and bring that knee up a little bit. I like to work the legs as well because it helps get that cardio rate, that heart rate up. And we're just going to continue to fan those arms in and out. Now we're going to switch. Shoulders stay at the side. And we're going to wave those arms back and forth. Now we're going to step up, bicep curls, and step it back. Triceps. I'm going to widen that stance. I'm going to come into a bit of a squat and just kind of pulse. We're going to bring those arms back. Those fingertips are going to come down to the back of the neck and they're going to touch. And I'm just going to kind of follow with a squat just to kind of keep those other joints loose and help get that heart rate going. Same stance. Now this time arms are straight out. We're going to go up and together. And around and down. I'm going to follow down with a squat. You'll start to feel those muscle groups really speak to you. That's how you know you're getting into those muscles that we're going to be working on today. Alright, now we're going to stay here. We're going to bring those arms in and out. And if you want, you can twist at the waist. Get a little more full body action in. It's always good to keep that core engaged. The core connects to all the muscle groups. Come to the side so you can see what I'm doing here. Shoulders come to the side. And we're pulling back. Almost kind of like you're working that rowing machine. So you're getting that same motion just without the resistance. Go straight back. Really squeeze those shoulder blades together when you come back so you're getting a full extension of that muscle group. You're going to feel it in the upper arm, chest a little bit, but you really want to catch that back. What do we do to love? What do we do to love? What do we do to love? When everything's said and done. Alright, shake it out. I think we are good. Let's go ahead and grab our tube here, bands. Now, you can do some of these similar exercises, stretches without these. The thing about the band is it gives you some resistance. Now it's pretty long as you can see, but if you double it or even quadruple it, you're going to give yourself more resistance because you're taking away some of that flexibility. So first we're going to start biceps. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to press down with one foot for now. And then I'm going to wrap it around my wrist once or twice, just so you have a good grip on it and you're not going to let go. And then we're just going to come up. And it's just going to be a nice bicep curl, nice 2 count. Up for 2, down for 2, up for 2, down for 2. We're not looking for any specific amount of reps. We're going for more of a cardio fatigue. Again, I kind of like to follow the music. There's breaks in the music and you just kind of naturally move on. You'll feel it too. You'll start to really feel that tear in the muscle. That's how you know it's time to move on. Alright, drop that. I'm going to make this a little harder now. I'm going to bring 2 feet down. And I'm going to widen my stance just slightly to add even more resistance to those bands. You'll notice, you're going to notice that they're a little harder to pull up now. And you really want to focus on this muscle, keep it nice and tight all the way back down. Don't release until you reach the bottom. That's really going to help you work all those areas of the bicep. Alright, widen that stance just a little more. Now we're going to come up, this time we're going to come up to the bicep. We're going to come all the way up. And we're going to stop about here. And then we're going to turn out to the side and back in and down. Elbows do not leave the side of the body. Keep them to the side. And this time we're not going all the way up. We're stopping midway. It's out, in, and down. And that's on that 2 count still. 1, 2. 1, 2. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8. And remember, maintain the intensity of that muscle until you come down to the bottom and release it. Keep those muscles nice and tight, all the way out and back in and back down. Good, okay, I'm going to step in a little bit now, give us a bit of a break. I'm still going to keep both feet down now. Now we're going to come up. So our last exercise for the bicep, we're going to come up as high as you can, and we are just going to pulse. Stay nice and high, and pulse upward. This time you want the elbows away from the body, because that's going to take away from some of the resistance. Keep those arms tight. And just stay nice and high. This is just a 1 count. 1, 1, 1. Alright, release. Nice. Alright. Shake those arms out a little bit. Before we move on, we'll stretch the biceps some. Just pull back on those fingertips. Arm is nice and straight. You're going to feel it pull through here. Other side. Alright, we're going to move on to triceps now. We're going to start overhead first. We're going to keep one arm straight up. Try and take away as much of the band as you can, so you have a little more resistance. I'm going to wrap this end around this arm just to keep it from slipping. This arm is going to stay nice and straight. And this arm is going to come back. And you're just going to pull back behind the neck. Try and get as far down as you can. And it's a nice 2 count, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You want to maintain that intensity on the way back up and not just let go as soon as you hit the bottom. Alright, we're going to switch sides now. What we do to one side, we always want to do to the other. So I'm going to wrap this end to keep it from slipping. And then we're just going to come up. And just like before, you're going straight down behind the neck. You don't want to come out to the side because that's the shoulder. We're working the tricep right now. And again, we're on that 2 count, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Try and get as low as you can, don't overdo it, just get as far down as you can. The further down you go, the more you're going to pull into that tricep muscle and get a good workout. Release. Alright, we're going to switch back to the right. This time I'm going to take a little more material away here and give us a tighter resistance. Now this time I'm going to stay low, I'm going to pulse. So this time the wrist is behind the neck, and you're staying low and you're pulling down. You're not allowing yourself to release up. You're going to really feel it deep into that tricep where it connects to the bicep. You're going to really feel it pull there. I'll turn to the side so you can kind of get a look at what I'm doing here. And release. Alright, other side now. Again, we're going to wrap a few more times here to give us more resistance. And we're going to come back. I'm going to stay to the side still so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. And remember, this arm stays nice and straight all the way up the right arm. And now we're pulling down with the left. We're staying low, we're staying behind the neck, and we're just pulsing. Almost there, guys. Alright, release. Woo! Alright, now we're going to take the band back down to the ground. And we were pretty intense up top, so I'm just going to do 1 foot down. Again, we're going to wrap around to keep from losing our grip. I'm going to turn to the side again so you can see what I'm doing here. We're just going to go straight back. We're going to go all the way back, so it's 1, 2, and then we're going to pull outward and back in and down. So it's up, out, in, and down. Up, out, in, and down. You really get nice and deep into that stretch. Really keep those muscles nice and tense all the way up and out, and not releasing until we come back down to the bottom. Nice. Alright, one last exercise and then we will move on to the chest. This time we're coming all the way back as high as you can go. And we're pulsing upward. You're going to really feel it, those upper tricep muscles. You're going to feel it a little bit in the back as well as you kind of squeeze the shoulder blades together a little bit. So you're getting some different muscle groups there. And just stay nice and high. Do not release. Stay as high as you can. Really get a nice resistance on the bands. And release. Nice. Shake it out. We are going to stretch that tricep a little bit before we move on. Just overhead, bring that shoulder all the way back. Sometimes I like, when I'm doing more intense muscle workouts like this, I like to stretch as I go instead of just doing one big stretch at the end. It's a little more productive that way, and then you can kind of move on. Okay, move on to chest now. You can leave it out here like this if you want. If you want to be less resistance. I'm going to fold it in half. And I am going to, again, wrap it around my hand just to kind of help me with grip. We're going to start first, straight out. And then we're just going to pull back. Those shoulders, those elbows bend. And the shoulder blades. You're going to press those shoulder blades together. So you're working that upper back. And you're getting a little bit of the shoulder, but you're getting where that shoulder ties into the chest. And you want to stay kind of low. You don't want to be too high because then you are working that shoulder. We're trying to do chest here, so you kind of want to keep the band at about the chest height, around the kind of pecs area, pectorals. And again, we're that 2 count. And you keep that muscle tense until you let go. And release. Nice. Woo, that's a good one. Yeah. All right. Coming back to the ground. This time I am going to use both feet, give myself more resistance. We are going to, again, we're going to do a little wrap around to help us with our grip. These can be a little slippery, so you want to watch that. We're going to start by coming out to the side first on a 2 count and back down nice and slow. And then we're going to come forward and back down. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again. 2, 3, 4. Make sure those arms stay nice and straight. We already did biceps, so we're not bending the elbow. The arm is staying nice and straight. You're getting a little bit of the back end of that shoulder into the chest. And some of that upper back again. And release. Woo! All right. Now this time we are going to come up. We're going to stay high and we're going to pulse. Just stay as high as you can. If you can only get so high, that's fine. Just do what you can. Everybody works at their own pace. Oh, and release. That's a good one. That one's tough. Now we're going to move to the front and do the same thing. Nice and high. And pulse. Now this is chest and shoulder, so we're going to continue with a few more chest and shoulder, and then we'll stretch out and we will be finished. This is a quicker routine than some of my other videos. So we're going to move into a little more shoulder now. You're going to come overhead. I'm going to wrap around again just to help with grip. And this one, you don't want to take too much resistance away because you're going to be coming down. You're going to need a little more room for that to get the full extension. So those of you who are overachievers and think, I'm going to do it, it's not going to work. So you're going to start overhead, nice and high, arms are straight. We're coming down behind the neck. Bring those shoulders bring those elbows all the way down to the side and back up. 1, 2. You're going to work more of that shoulder if you get a full extension all the way down. And again, not releasing the resistance of that band until those arms are all the way back to the top, nice and straight. We're almost there. One more. And release. Woo! Nice. Alright, now this time, same exercise. This time we're coming down, we're going to stay low, and we're going to pulse. Those arms are coming outwards, shoulders kind of stay close to the body. Try and keep that band from actually resting on the shoulder because you're going to lose some of that resistance. You're going to really feel it deep into those upper and back shoulder muscles. Make sure you're breathing deep, getting good air into those muscle groups. Tighten that core if you need to help you maintain the resistance. And release. Oh yeah, all right. A couple more here, back into the kind of chest area. This time, one arm's going to stay straight. We'll start with the left. And then we're going to pull this arm. This arm's, right arm's going to stay straight. You're going to come all the way to the side. And go as far back as you can. Really squeeze that shoulder blade. We're working that upper kind of back muscles as well. You're going to feel it in this arm as well because it's creating resistance for you as well. And you want to really tighten these muscles to hold that arm straight. You want to bring that arm with you. So this is a really intense stretch here. If you need to, tighten that core to really help you out with this one. This one's a little intense. You can bring the arms down a little bit if it helps. Don't go too low because then you're losing that form. Alright, release, guys. Woo! We are so close. Dig deep. Right side now. Remember, hold that arm nice and straight. Now you're going to feel it more in this arm, so don't confuse yourself. You think I'm moving the left now, so I should be feeling it in the left. In the left, you're going to want to feel it back here in that shoulder, in the upper back and that upper shoulder. Here, you're going to feel it across the whole arm. And a little bit into that chest. And it's a 2 count, so it's out for 2, in for 2. Not letting go until you come all the way back. Almost there, guys. And release. Woo! Yes. All right. Guys, that is it. That is chest and shoulders. Now, if you don't feel like that, this is cardio upper body here, so you're not going to get like real intense. You're just kind of stretching into those muscles. If you wanted something more intense, you can work with the resistance some, or you can just go through and do another set or 2 of the exact same exercises for each muscle group. But for now, we're just going to stretch out that chest a little bit. palms out to the side, shoulders all the way back. Twist those palms. Come to the front, push outward, collapse that chest. Big deep breath overhead. And release. Guys, we did it. That was upper body resistance bands. I hope you got a good workout in. Always like and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And until next time.